So Earl low-key tried to kill me the other day. Fortunately, he was not successful, but we need to prevent that from happening again and see exactly why that happened.
So the other day I was cruising down the road, right? I wasn't on the tractor tires. I was on the GMC stocks, a normal wheel and tire setup that is made for the truck. It's fine, right? Totally fine. So I was cruising down the road, needed to turn around actually. So I pulled into like this T, you know, going down this way. There's another road T'd here. So I pulled in here. I was gonna do like a little U-turn right here. Well, I pulled it up to it, waited for a car. Totally fine, right? So I take off. I need to apply the brakes as I turn. I literally pushed the brakes to the floor and nothing at all. Went off the road a little bit, kicked her sideways. Thankfully, no one was coming. I was able to turn. And then I just started stomping the brakes, you know, trying to pump some pressure back into them or whatever. And got stopped in a parking lot. Not the most safe thing, but I ended up driving it back here. We gotta go get this thing jacked up, get that wheel and tire off, and see exactly what happened, because I'm thinking one of the lines busted. Alright, so let's investigate. Oh, right there it's leaking. Looks like at the caliper itself. That's great. I guess the caliper could be bad, or maybe you can replace that. Maybe that's loose. It's definitely all wet there. I guess let's pop the hood and see how low it is on brake fluid. Oh yeah, let me grab the light. So yeah, it is, for one, super nasty, and two, very, very low. I'm gonna pop her off and clean her, or see what's going on. Hopefully it doesn't blast me in the face with brake fluid. Alright, so clean this thing out.
Crush washer that's on the inside between the line and the caliper itself. I'll put a little diagram up here. As you can see, that's exactly where it goes. I'm thinking this is what's causing our leaking issue, so hopefully we're going to replace this and be good to go, but we'll see. Let's get back, install this, fill up our brake fluid, test it out.
I want to go ahead and get the line hooked back up.
Alright, so before we put the new in there, we want to go ahead and get all this old junk out because we're going to be replacing it anyways. This one's actually dry, but this little extra reservoir or whatever has some in it. Obviously, you can use like a turkey baster or something that siphons it out. I don't have anything here, so just grab you a straw, stick it in there, you know, poke the top of it. That allows you to get it out. So if your bigger side was full, then it might be a little tedious. I mean, this is pretty tedious as well, but I'd rather just spend the next 5 minutes siphoning this out. That way we have some fresh fluid in there. Some pretty nasty stuff we got out of there. Probably is the original brake fluid in this thing. So now we got to add some, and then we're going to bleed the brakes right here for starters. I think the thing to do is you start at the closest one to the master cylinder, which is obviously the one that's messed up right now, so that's fortunate. And then we'll go around doing the exact same thing you see me do here. It's a little more difficult with one person, but we'll get it done. Want to push this and hold it. Tighten this back down. Our brake. Open this back up. Apply our brake again. Just like that. And then we're going to go back and forth doing that a bunch of times until the system is bled. We'll do it all the way around, and then hopefully this thing is holding line pressure. We'll get everything topped off, brakes bled. That appears to be holding. Let's go ahead and throw the tire back on there and go for a little drive and see if it holds or if we lose our brakes again.
What up, baby squat? Looking clean. Where's Larry Bear? Here's Larry Bear. Come on, Larry. Where you at? Hey, Larry looking done clean.
It's actually real squishy still. It does hold though once it catches. I don't know, maybe I didn't bleed it quite good enough. Yeah, it's still excessively squishy. So I think that warrants us going back and trying to bleed the system better. Went ahead and bled the whole system all the way around, and now it catches much sooner, which we'll still see if this leaks. I mean, that's not even, I can't, come here, Huey. I'm gonna hold Huey, and I'm gonna actually like really hit the brakes. We'll see. Hang on, Hubert. Hang on, Hubert. Okay. I mean, it literally was just sliding on the gravel right there to. It's braking good now. Cracking me up, spinning the tires in the gravel like that. Yeah, it's braking good and it's holding. Whereas before you could push it, it was real spongy, it'd get firm, and then you'd push it and it would like catch, it'd get firm, but then it would start sponging back up. So I'm assuming that was it, the pressure hitting it, it's starting to leak and losing pressure. Whereas now it's nowhere near the floor. I think we might have the problem solved, but I did top off the fluid, so I'm thinking that it is fixed, but at the same time it could just be because the leak has not released enough of the brake fluid to allow it to lose pressure. Let's get up here on the concrete. Yeah, they're holding. I'm gonna clean it up underneath there, test it again, and see if it's leaking, and then I'll catch up with y'all. All right, guys, well, that does appear to be working currently, so we'll have to see, but as of right now, it's not leaking. I cleaned it all up good on the backside and then spun it around, you know, the road for a little bit, and it's still dry back there. If I get back under there and see it's wet after I drive it around some more, then we'll go ahead and replace those parts. Just see whatever it is has got to get replaced, obviously, because brakes are rather important. But now that this has been resolved, I do feel confident in putting the 24s and 35s on Earl. So Larry has been hogging them for a little bit, which Larry's treated me right with them. But I know they're going to look insane on here. Hopefully we're going to be able to turn in Earl. I know it's going to be tight because it's rather small wheel wells, rather large wheel and tire. But hopefully the weather will work better with me, because it's been like nice all week when I can't film, and then on the weekends it's been raining, so that's just great. But anyways, hopefully y'all are enjoying all the content. Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.